This section covers the special situation of what to do in life-threatening emergencies due to known or suspected opioids. Across the world, far too many people are dying from drug overdoses. These deaths are largely due to opioids. Common opioids are morphine, fentanyl, heroin, oxycodone, methadone, and hydrocodone. In this course, we'll discuss the use of naloxone, a medication used to reverse the overdose effects of an opioid and help the person survive. Family members or caregivers of known opioid users may keep naloxone close by to use in case of an opioid overdose. An accidental overdose can happen to anyone. If you know someone who has access to naloxone, you may need to use it. It's important to be familiar with how to use naloxone. Drug overdose can lead to cardiac arrest. That's why it's important for you to know how to respond to this life-threatening emergency. If you suspect an opioid overdose, it's important to phone your local emergency response number immediately. Common signs of opioid overdose include unresponsiveness with shallow or slow breathing, or even no breathing or only gasping. You may suspect a drug overdose if you see signs of drugs nearby or if there's other evidence of drug use. If you suspect that someone has overdosed on an opioid and the person is unresponsive but still breathing, shout for help, phone your local emergency response number, give naloxone if available, and stay with the person until someone with advanced training arrives. If the person is unresponsive and not breathing normally, and you suspect they have overdosed on an opioid, phone your local emergency response number. Get an AED and naloxone if they're available. Start CPR and use the AED. Give the naloxone as soon as you can, but do not delay CPR to give naloxone. If the person is unresponsive and not breathing normally, and naloxone is unavailable, or you suspect they have overdosed on a non-opioid drug, phone your local emergency response number and get an AED if one is nearby. After phoning your local emergency response number, start CPR and use the AED. You've just learned an incredibly important life-saving technique: how to help a teen or adult with an opioid-associated life-threatening emergency. For more information, refer to your student workbook.